Hey guys, what's going on? Thomas Grabowski here. Hope you're having a wonderful day. And today I wanted to jump on and share something with you guys, a topic about death. And I know this is a very controversial topic because I feel like death isn't talked about at all in our society and our culture. And it's actually something shunned upon and something that we don't really look forward to because I feel like when we die, it's the end. It's the end of everything. And I feel like a lot of people fear losing everything they've held on to. And I feel like when you fear that, that fear can be running your life. It can really drive you to do the things that you do. And when you're driven by fear, you're not really motivated by love. And I think that can be really detrimental to our overall quality of life because we're always afraid of something. We're afraid of losing this, we're afraid of losing that, we're afraid of dying. And I think we have to have a better relationship with death. And the reason why I'm making this video is because I feel we need to learn to embrace a little bit of death in our life. You know, even coming close to death can be a profoundly powerful, transformative experience. Now, I'm not saying to put yourself in harm's way and hurt yourself, but sometimes when we experience death-like symptoms, it can cause a lot of grief and discomfort and a lot of just the lurking feeling of death around us. And I feel like if we learn to embrace these feelings that we experience within us, we can actually come to a realization that maybe what is trying to die is not really us, but maybe a part of ourselves that no longer serves us. So when we feel that death sensation, I think we need to learn to invite it and befriend it and actually have a better relationship with death. Because at the other end of death is not actual death, but a manifestation of something new, a new beginning. When something dies or someone dies, something new is born. So I think if we have a better relationship with death and understand that when we embrace death, we can allow life to fully flourish because life itself is a life and death cycle. Just go out into the forest, go out into the nature, and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. You can really see this really, obviously when you just go out into nature, nature is a life and death cycle. You know, when an animal dies or, if it gets killed or dies off, it ends up going back into the earth and back into the earth, into the grass, into the soil, and that body becomes nourishment for the bugs, the fungus, the bacteria, all these little microorganisms that are responsible for, recycling nature. Without these microorganisms, there would be no Mother Nature, there would be no cycle. The cycle would stop, and if the cycle stops, then death truly happens, is when the cycle stops. When we resist death, when we try to stop death or fight it, then we truly stop the cycle of life, cycle of nature. And what we actually experience is a lack of life or just no life at all. So we wouldn't have life if it wasn't for death. So I think we need to learn to embrace death a little more, especially for ourselves, especially when we feel like death is around the corner or we feel it in our presence or we have it in our lives. It's good to learn to embrace it and to trust it and to see that, it's not over. This isn't the end of the end. It may feel like things are ending for you, but that doesn't mean that they're permanently they're gonna be gone and then life cease to exist. It's quite the opposite. It's usually something ends so something new can begin. So let's learn to embrace death a little more, and maybe we can have a little better relationship with life itself.